What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Retro Room. I'm your host, Rolly. That's your co-host, Tony, over there.
What up?
We are back. Welcome. How's it going over there, Tony?
Pretty good. Got some 2 new hauls. So went around with the wife, went out to Ross, and I found out, out of all places, Marshalls. I got some brand new Funko Pops.
Marshalls.
I'll show you later. Yeah, man, couldn't believe it.
But yeah.
So.
Welcome back to the Retro Room, everyone. Obviously, just to give you guys a heads up, this is a retro podcast where we talk about everything awesome from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, TV shows, video games, movies, toys, just music, everything that was banging from back in the day. We're here to serve it to you on this platter and just take you back. That's what we're doing here. We're just servers serving nostalgia to you.
Bring you back the memories as we embark on this wonderful journey, and we're glad that you're with us. And there might be some something that triggers and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, that's our job, to bring it to you, because it happens to us. So
bring it to you full circle. I do want to say that last episode that we did with our guest DMAC, that was such a dope thing, and we got a lot of other guests lined up in the realm of nostalgia and like collecting and stuff like that. But that was a fun thing that we did. We missed out on something that we actually planned and we got information, but we'll bring it in another episode. Kind of like a retro survival list, if you will. Without any further ado, let's just jump into this intro and get the show rolling. So we're gonna start with, first off, the hauls of the week. This week, I have too many crazy things, at least that I wanted to show on here, but there were 3 things that I got, and I sent you some pictures earlier. Let me show them to you here. So I found these records. I wasn't really looking at vinyls at first until you and Dayton were talking about. I'm like, you know what, bro? Let me start looking at fucking vinyls. Screw you guys, because now I'm looking at vinyls every time I go in. And they had this original.
Oh, what a find, dude!
Wait until I show you the back. I did not look at the back until literally right now.
Oh, so beautiful.
It's a record, the original 1977 record soundtrack of Star Wars, original soundtrack composed and conducted by John Williams. Holy shit.
Yes.
This thing, and then you open it and it just has all these fucking awesome,
dude, that's images. What I love about records. It has it's the medium in it. It just gives you so much extra stuff, and it's just, oh man,
it's so dope.
It is.
Why did you guys make me start doing this?
Oh, dude.
Then they had this one, which it's a little more basic. It's still the original. This one is the John Williams, the Star Wars trilogy, original motion picture score, Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars.
Nice. That has all 3. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, and sealed. Awesome.
It has the wrapping, but it's not.
It has the wrapping, not sealed. Yeah. Okay.
So, and the crazy thing is, my record player or vinyl player, however you guys say it, is in a room right now, put away because we're doing some construction downstairs. But yeah. And then the last thing, nothing crazy, just this Ninja Turtle Leonardo.
Oh, nice. Pillow. Where'd you get that?
Goodwill.
Nice.
30 cents. So
not bad. Good.
Put him somewhere with my turtle stuff. I don't know where he'll go. And you know what the crazy thing is? Lately, whenever I get turtle stuff, it's always Leonardo. No hate on Leonardo. Love Leonardo. Yeah. I'm a Raph guy, but everything has been Leonardo lately. Like that little trick or treat thing I got was Leonardo. I got this little figure. This big figure over here. It's Leonardo. But yeah,
man, good find.
Nothing crazy. Just those things. At least this week.
And it's funny because you're finding Leonardo and I'm finding Raphael and Funko Pop. And I texted you. I was like, "Yo, what are the odds of finding this in Marshalls?" So, dude, I got the Last Ronin Funko Pop, Raphael.
Sick.
I thought it was, man. I thought it was great. Has the orange bandana. They have all the other ones, as you can see. You can see it in the back here.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I couldn't believe I found it. I was like, man, this is a good find, man. This is a pretty good find. And my next Funko Pop was they call me Kung Fu Panda at work. So I was like, oh, perfect. I'll put this at work and it's Poe. So nice. I thought that was pretty cool. So
you have a tattoo of Kung Fu Panda, don't you?
Yeah. It's great.
But yeah, that's it for hauls. That's typically how we start the show. Nothing crazy this week. I mean, those records are pretty sick. That first, I'm telling you, I bought it. I just saw the front, and I got so excited that I found an original 1977. That I called you and I sent you the picture. I didn't even look at the back, and noticed that it had that dope ass fucking Darth Vader on the back.
Oh,
I
yeah.
opened it and saw the pictures, but the back of it is so fucking sick.
And see, like it's beautiful.
So I love that movie.
And but the soundtrack is like just absolutely. It's by Alan Silvestri. He's a famous composer. But I mean, man, if you open it up, it's just like a work of art. And this is, I believe, by Waxworks Records, I believe, or no, Mondo Records, and they do these wonderful artwork. And it's like, if you look at the vinyl, they do like incredible vinyl. Like I think color vinyl. I got like this little. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest not to get too much into it. Just get a few.
I don't know where you're gonna put it. What room? Where you gotta make space for it, bro?
I mean, I could take an idea from Dayton. He has like little shelf things on his wall, and I actually have some space on the front wall of mine. The one I would look for, if you ever come across, if you ever go thrifting, I know it sounds weird and kind of niche, but the Wizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you ever come across that, either the VHS or the fucking vinyl, holla at your boy.
All right.
But yeah, that's gonna do it. Real quick, I forgot to mention, and last episode I was so excited for the guest that I didn't even say it in the beginning, but guys, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who is liking, subscribing, and just, doing all the interactions with social media with us. We appreciate everyone who is listening. The Spotify and the Apple Music is doing great. Please, if you are listening to us on any of these podcast sites, go ahead and leave us a review, subscribe, give us stars. Let us know what you like about the show. You could interact with us. We also do have the email, which is Rolly's Retro Room Pod @gmail.com, where you guys can send us an email, give us some feedback. If you want to shout out, well, just send us anything you want. If you want us to read something here on air, we will. This is interactive. This is an interactive podcast. We want to talk to you guys, see, what are your throwback thoughts? What are your memories? And we'll read them on air and, just give us let us know. Yo, that last episode you did kind of sucked. So yeah, send us an email. Let us know what you think of the show. If you want to shout out, we have no problem shouting you guys out. Then you know how awesome you are for following and listening to the show. And yeah, man, we look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about the show. And if you send us any pictures, your outfits, your collection, and you want us to show your collection on here, we will.
We will.
Show it to us. Right. I want to see your retro room. With that said, y'all, let's get this show started. Let's jump into our first segment. Back in the 90s, there was this massive craze for cards. And not the cards you're thinking about. It was the Marvel, artistic cards. Like, these cards were collectibles. They were ones that, you would have. So you would go buy comic books, right? I remember me and my cousin Orly. On the weekends, we worked in the flea market with my grandmother and his dad, which is my uncle. And we would go get comic books. And the same guy who sold comic books sold Marvel cards. Now, the thing about these Marvel cards is the art on them. They were made by three companies. Three different companies were handling the Marvel cards. But the art on these things were so ridiculous. It looked beautiful. They had, on the front, you'd have, your main guy. And then on the back, some of them would show you, different power levels, what they were good at, what their mutation was, their abilities, if they knew martial arts and stuff like that. Then you had holographic cards, where the holographic cards, these things were masterpieces, absolute masterpieces.
They really were. So you were saying the artwork on these things were impeccable. I mean, just look at this Wolverine Storm one. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is a company by, I believe, called Fleer. Fleer.
Yeah, Fleer is one of the top card fucking companies.
And the way they put their artists, and they had this chromium type of feel to them, and almost metallic, and also I think embossed or raised edging, so you kind of feel the card.
Yeah.
Incredible. It was these things are really sought after right now. They're every collector's dream, and I really wish I had most of these Fleer cards, and I really wish that I had kept some of them. It was just some of the most incredible things I've ever seen. But
dude, I want to say 2 folders, 2 binders, 3-ring binders, with pages of these. And the crazy thing was, so you got your your independent character, Wolverine, Cyclops, Gambit. Gambit was one of my favorite looking X-Men, Cyclops and Wolverine I messed with, but Gambit was my guy, bro. Like Gambit was just one of the dopest looking dudes, and the way they would make the art where him like throwing the cards, having his stick, and like the glow of that pinkish, purplish, it hit so hard. I had a bunch of Gambit cards. I always told any of my friends, I'll trade you for your Gambit cards. I traded a bunch of Wolverines because I'll get Wolverine all the time. I think Wolverine was like the most mass produced like character in these Marvel cards. So I would trade Wolverines for Gambits, and it just looks so sick. And the fact that, like, again, the holographic ones, if you ever see the holographic ones,
they're beautiful.
If you ever get them in hand, they are just incredible, bro. This Gambit one, look how sick is it. And this isn't even like one of the most popular or the holographic. No. This is just, look at the art on this thing.
It's beautiful, hand drawn. People took their time. You just look at it, and it's like one of the most incredible things you've ever seen. It really is absolutely stunning. I think another one of my favorite ones was the puzzle ones. Did you ever have those?
Bro, I had pages upon pages of the 9-piece card sets. Look at this thing. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
This fucking Spider-Man one is ridiculous. There's Spider-Man, there's X-Men, there's some with Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider ones, if you ever see those are fucking sick. Look at this thing, bro. You have everybody in here. You got Spider-Man. It looks like the Brady Bunch kind of situation.
Yeah, right.
You had Spider-Man in the middle, Carnage in the top, Venom in the other side. But look at which one's this one.
This one has Moon Knight on top, has Siege. These are like the dark Marvel ones. Doctor Strange, Doctor Samson.
It just they took a whole ass picture, mixing all these characters and split it into 9. And you had to get this set. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you didn't get these all in one shot. You were literally hunting them down.
You had to like build it yourself.
Because I remember, bro, buying packs upon packs at the flea market and at a comic book shop in Miami, which I don't want to reference because they're the absolute worst, even though they're still around. And it's the longest standing comic book store in Miami. But no, fuck them. But look at this one, bro. The X-Men one. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit is
just a connection of all of it, and it's so beautiful, man. Like I had a couple of these. I had a couple completed ones, I remember, but I never collected all of them. It was one of my favorite ones. Like it was one of the I believe the 163 puzzle set. I believe, let me make sure, it was by Skybox, from what I understand. And it was something that, like, it was one of those ones where you're like, every collector was trying to grab one, and of course, like you said, it may be one maybe in one pack, another maybe another pack. So you like begged your parents try to get all these packs, see if you could collect them all and make the puzzle.
Oh. This one right here, I had this one, this X-Men one, but bro, let me tell you. So in this one, so I can describe it to the people listening. All the X-Men that you have, all the X-Men going against fucking Magneto. Magneto in the center. You got Cyclops, Wolverine, and Bishop down at the bottom.
Yep.
Then on the sides, on the left you got Rogue, and on the right you got Gambit, and then at the top, Beast, Archangel,
and
Storm. Dude, like, and this could have been a poster. This you could literally have this as a poster and put it on your wall. Now we've been looking at these cards for what, weeks now, trying to get our own.
Yeah,
and it's what people are charging for these things are ridiculous. No, like people are finding folders in their garages and be like, "Oh, this was my dad's or my uncle's," and let me see. Oh, they're pretty in good shape, bro. I saw one folder that they had almost all of these kind of like 9-panel ones.
Yeah,
and the guy was asking like $600.
Oh my god.
Dude. On Facebook Marketplace. Now, granted, Facebook Marketplace pricing, people can be pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think
but oh my god, like this just takes me back. Like just the style, the art style of these pictures. Beautiful. That Wolverine, that 90s Wolverine. I mean, the X-Men in the 90s, just their look.
Yeah,
like the vibrant colors. Like look at Cyclops is blue with the yellow. Wolverine has like the same kind of color scheme, just kind of reversed.
Yeah,
so nasty, dude. Like it's so dope.
It really is. It really freaking is. I mean, but it's that yellow and blue, and that's why they're bringing it into the films, because this is what we grew up on. We grew up on these colors. You know, we're gonna see it in Doomsday. We're gonna see Cyclops in his original blue and yellow outfit, we're gonna see this because this is iconic to us. This stands out, you
Yeah,
know?
not to mention, I mean, we got X-Men 97 that came back, which reignited everyone and even brought new people into the franchise.
Absolutely.
But look at Bishop and freaking look at the guys at the bottom. Look at like the muscles on these guys. Like, and it's gritty, bro. Like this one isn't as gritty. There are other art styles that are like super gritty, like they're beat up and stuff like that. This one right here, this Spider-Man one is absolutely beautiful. This looks like it's from the animated series. It's not.
It does.
I'll tell you right now, it's not. But like this easily could have been an episode out of the animated series. And look who's in this. You have at the bottom Daredevil, Shock. Then you got the Rhino at the bottom corner. At the top, you have Venom and Carnage. I can't see who that top person is.
That's Green Goblin, I think. Oh,
is it? My screen's kind of small, so I can't see. And then you have Hobgoblin to the left.
Demo Goblin is who it is.
Oh, and who's on the right?
Demonic Goblin. Yep. Then you got Hobgoblin to the right, and you got Cardiac to Spider-Man's, I believe, right. Sorry, got Hobgoblin to the left, Cardiac onto the right. Yeah,
got you.
And
so sick.
Again, it's a poster. They're on a building.
These are literally just posters that were cut up into 9 pieces.
Yeah,
but so sick, so nasty. And again, you would have 3-ring binders, and you would flip the page, and it was just basically mini posters put together. And I'm telling you, dude, the most frustrating thing about collecting this series is when you would get multiple packs and you'll get repeats. Nothing pissed off a card collector of this kind of art, of these kind of cards, than fucking getting 4 packs, and in 2 of those packs you got the same fucking card. That shit would drive me. But again, the idea, the culture for this was, if you did get multiples, you would trade with your friends.
Yeah, because one of your friends didn't have them, and it's like, all right, I don't have this, so I'll trade this, and so you were able to complete, the whole poster. And I think that's what it is. They're trading cards. That's what they were meant for.
The Marvel, we've been wanting to talk about the Marvel cards for a while. We didn't know how to tackle it because it's such a big thing for any kid, any boy in the 90s, actually anybody, any collector from the 90s. Because we were collecting the comics, we were reading the comics, we were watching the cartoon. The cartoon was absolutely one of the top,
it was ingrained in us,
90s cartoons ever. And then, like I said, I would get these mostly at the flea market with my cousin, and bro, stacks. We would get stacks and put them into our freaking 3-ring binders, and they were just so dope. And then going to school the next day, I remember I would go to the flea market on the weekend, going to school the next day and just being like, yo, look what I got this weekend, and just flexing the shit out of it.
Hell yeah. Right in your butt, Becca. Just like, check this out. And you just look, especially these metal ones and these holographic ones, bro. Like, look at this thing. These things are beautiful, man. Like, you got like this shine to them. Like, you got, look at that Spider-Man 2099 right in the center.
So sick.
Oh, so beautiful. Thor, like Wolverine, everybody. And again, these had these like shine to them. Like, I think this was competing against the popular Fleer with the Chromium type of thing. And I remember these were a good competitor to them. And I wanted them both. What
were the 3 companies that were making these cards?
The Fleer company was actually the Upper Deck company. They acquired Fleer in 2005. So Fleer was a competitor to Upper Deck, but because they were doing so popular with the comic cards, Upper Deck ended up getting them for like $6.5 million. So yeah, it was again, these were like the creme of the creme. These were it. You and your friends were finding these at all costs, and again, you traded them. So
yeah,
it was beautiful. And then I believe the Skybucks was a puzzle series. So when we were just talking about with all the posters that were
split the ones there in the 9-piece are the Skybox.
Yeah. Okay. Impale was in 1992, and then the Skybox was the new name for it because they got rebranded. So they were Impale first, and then Skybox in 1992.
Okay. And they're the ones that did these freaking crazy 9-piece fucking puzzle art ones.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So sick. But yeah, my guy, these things, I mean, if you just look at these cards, you are immediately taken back to that era of just cartoons, comic books, just the style of it. Like like again, we've said it, this one right here, the one that has the X-Men going against Magneto,
Yeah.
the color scheme and the art on this is from that era. It's from that decade, and it's just immediately taking you. Like you see like art now, and like how the artists are drawing them. They're not drawing them like this. This is a distinct look right here. And it's so sick. It's so transporting you back to like very early 90s, 92, 93, like you said when these came out.
Yeah, no, it was again 1992 early, and again collecting things were a pain in the ass. I think I don't think I collected this one. I definitely collected the other one for sure.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, man, X-Men cards in the 90s. Who was doing this? Who remembers getting X-Men cards on the weekends or after school, building your collection, getting those independent ones with the power levels in the back, and then getting those 9-piece puzzle ones? Those 9-piece puzzle ones, they make the sickest full out, basically posters. But I'm sure they did like a series where like you could get like a poster of those images. They have to, because
for sure,
there's no way you kept it to the cards. Those things it's absolutely beautiful. Binders and binders filled with X-Men cards. And nowadays you go looking them up, bro, you're dropping some bread to get some X-Men card collections.
You telling me, bro? The moment we started talking about it, I was on eBay. I'm like, bro, I gotta see what I can get for at least the Fleer. The Fleer ones, bro, forget it. They're crazy prices. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get my hands on this. The only way I get my hands on this is somebody who doesn't, like, some garage sale doesn't know what they have, and that's it. You know,
which it could happen. But yeah, that's your segment. Let us know. Did you have X-Men cards? Were you collecting X-Men cards? Are you collecting them today? And if you have any extras, send them my way. Who remembers when, I believe it was Saturday morning. It could have been maybe it was throughout the week, but I think it was Saturday morning. And growing up, we had Bill Nye the Science Guy. Again, we love Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Bill Nye is the shit. To this day, he is still relevant and he's still kicking ass. But Bill Nye, at some point, could kind of feel a little stagnant. He was very monotone, very cool, but monotone.
Yeah.
Somebody decided, let's make a wacky, crazy, cracked out version of Bill Nye. And who was that? Beakman's World. Bro, I remember watching this show. I would watch Bill Nye here and there, but I wasn't really like obsessed with it. But Beakman's World just pulled you in. As a kid, Beakman's World pulled you in because he had this crazy laboratory. It was very thematic. Yeah. Crazy laboratory. He had a rat as like his friend. I would assume that this rat at some point was probably a rat he was testing things on, and it just became his buddy. And then he always had these assistants. I believe there was 3 in total, but he had these assistants that would help him do all these like crazy, like basic like experiments that he would do on his show. This show was literally, it was Bill Nye the Science Guy like on crack. This show debuted on TLC in 1992, and it became such a hit that it immediately was thrown onto CBS Saturday mornings, and was literally when you were watching your freaking prime cartoon Saturday mornings, you also got Beakman. And bro, Beakman's World was a fever dream. It was an acid trip. Absolute fucking acid trip.
Perfect. Yep, it was a fever
so
dream.
Dope. I'm not like, I'm gonna tell you right now, a fever dream in a good way, because it was educational.
Yeah.
He was literally doing, bro, again, it sounds like we're shitting on Bill Nye. We're not. Love Bill Nye. Yeah. But this was like an exciting, engaging, and popping. Even like the color scheme of it. There was a lot of like, kind of like how my room is. Like they had like light ups of like green and purple and stuff like that. And he would like be like in your face, telling you stuff. And he had that crazy hair. They literally said, we need something to pop that's constantly going to keep kids' attention being grabbed here. So the 3 actors on here, the main guy who played Beakman was Paul Zaloom. This guy was zany to the max. Yeah, and not to quote freaking Animaniacs. No, but the only description I could think of was he was zany to the max. But
look at that hair, bro.
Yeah, that was like the first blowout right there. Yeah, fade it on the side and just blow it out. But that's probably more of an electrical shock thing.
That's what.
Then you got Mark Ritz playing Lester the Rat. he has a rat on the show.
Yeah.
Like, who thought about that? The first time I saw this guy, he kind of reminded me like of a human version of Monterey Jack from Chippendales. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So you have this like funky looking rat on here, super like it was weird. And then funny enough, here's the crazy thing. His assistant, which I believe in the first season was Josie.
Yeah.
She was played by Alana Ubach, which she was only in the first season, and then she kind of like left and they had to replace her. But I mean, the reason she left was I'm sure if you see her, she was in a bunch of like movies and TV shows later on. She was in Sister Act 2. She was in Meet the Fockers, I think.
Yeah, she was in Meet the Fockers. She was the nanny in Meet the Fockers, and she was
Waiting.
Waiting. That's right.
She was the aggressively, aggressive waitress that at the end gave us some of the most traumatic fucking shot at the end of the movie.
And I think she was, when she first started out, she also was in, remember the Brady Bunch movie? She was the one that was kind of like in love with Marsha and stuff like that. She was in there.
Oh, was she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was in there. But again, most famously, she did a voice on Coco. She was the grandmother in Coco.
Yeah.
So,
but and again, she added to that mix that first season because she would make like these crazy. She was very animated, crazy faces, and a lot of stuff that she's in, she's very animated.
Very, especially in Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. She plays the Hispanic babysitter.
Yeah, and come to find out, like, oh wow, she's actually Hispanic. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, man, she started off. I mean, probably not started off here, but she was on here in Beakman's World.
Out of all places, Beakman's World. Yeah. Let's get a little. Let's look at just the intro of the show. Go ahead, hit that thing.
And now, the one you've heard about, the one you've been
waiting for, be like the NBA All-Stars.
The King Kong of knowledge, the Duke of discovery, the giantess.
That yellow jacket, bro.
Oh, it's neon green.
Neon green jacket, yeah.
Himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we
what the
fuck?
Is that a baby?
Yeah.
Me, Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's World.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a fever dream. Look at it. Had a pretty good theme song.
God, this shit takes me back, dude. Just seeing it.
I know, right? Wow.
And that's his laboratory.
Look at that.
I mean, look at how it just
this intro, bro.
It grabs you and like it's so crazy.
It is.
But I mean, you see that intro and you see his laboratory, which is just a massive fucking wreck of a place that has a bunch of shit in it.
Yeah.
They knew they're like, all right, we have to make it animated as fuck for kids to keep their attention and want to learn about science. One of the cool aspects of this show is actually something that we're incorporating in our show. They had like, you can mail in to them questions, and whatever you mailed into them, whatever their question was, they would make like a science project out of that episode. So that it had an interaction point, like, oh, you know, why does helium fill balloons and it stays up versus putting air? And then he'll do like a quick little demonstration. Some of his cool projects, I think we talked about earlier, he showed how to make like movie glass, which is like sugar glass.
Sugar glass,
and smash it. I think you were mentioning that.
I remember that. No, I remember that episode because they would make it and literally he would have a piece of glass and the guy would literally just go and break it on top of his head. And he goes, "That's how they made glass in the movies, and that you can get thrown through a window and not get hurt because it's made of sugar glass, or have a beer bottle break on your head and not get hurt or not get cut." And then he would take a piece and start eating it.
Yeah, he would do these elaborate experiments. A lot of times he would do like follow along experiments where you could do it. He would always be like, make sure you have a parent helping you for like certain ones. And they weren't anything crazy, but it was just cool. Like it was interactive that you could do. Yeah. And again, I know the other show, Bill Nye, had a similar thing, but this one was very loud, very in your face, very driven towards kids. Another one was he proved like mass, the weight of something doesn't matter. He did the whole thing where he dropped a bowling ball and a tennis ball at the same time, and like it's like, yo, one could weigh like a hell of a ton of pounds, but they're gonna hit at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, again, I think the best way of explaining it was like Bill Nye was a very organized scientist, and Beakman's World was a ADHD version of scientist.
Yeah, something was always happening. It was all over, and it had like zany, like in between, like little things that would come on.
Yeah,
and the transitions. I mean, the transitions alone, it would like swap over to something where Bill Nye's thing was very, like very professional, very organized, very. I'm trying to think like it's like what's the word? Like, very elegant. It was very, very elegant science.
Yeah.
But this guy was just like, yo, this is just like a mad scientist. This was a mad scientist.
That's how he was portrayed.
That's teaching us about like how cool science could be, even though yes, science is cool in all aspects. But the dude's chilling with a rat.
Yeah.
He's just chilling with a rat. He has his little assistant that's kind of like cracked out herself.
Yeah.
And it was so entertaining, so fucking, and at the time, I'm sorry, like, wow, Bill Nye has the longevity. Bill Nye is the shit. He's lasted the test of time. To this day, he's still referenced. Bill Nye isn't an actor. He's a scientist.
Yeah.
Who had a show. This guy was an actor that was doing these things on screen, and I'm sure they had people telling him how to do things, this and that. So that's the difference. Bill Nye, real scientist. Beakman's World was an actor portraying a scientist.
Yeah, for sure.
While Bill Nye was a real scientist and was, legit, Paul Zaloom was an actor portraying a scientist, and he did it awesomely. We were engaged so much so that in Latin America, he's been told by several people that they became scientists because of Beakman's World, because of him. Like, how crazy is that? You based your profession, what you wanted to do, on a show, which happens a lot of times. When Top Gun came out, the uptick in guys wanting to be in the Air Force and be pilots was ridiculous. This is kind of like that effect. Beakman was such a crazy cool, and his experiments were so dope that other people were just like, man, I want to be a scientist. I want to be a crazy scientist and hang out with a freaking rat.
Yeah, exactly. And people in Latin America got like degrees in physics because of this, because he would portray these experiments, and he's like, wow, this is really interesting of how this is portrayed.
Yeah.
So you get handed off to Paul Zaloom and the entire production team of Beakman's World, because it really did delve in our lives and let us think about how we see the world and how science is in our entire life.
And how cool science could be. Because back then, you told a kid in the 90s about like doing sciencey thing, you're like, oh, that's boring. But then you put on Beakman's World, and it's just like, yo, this is pretty dope. Oh shit, I could do that. And we were hooked. And to show you how many of us got some of those science sets for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
With the with the microscope.
Yeah.
And with the things that we could test. I got like 2 years in a row. I think I got like a microscope and things to test like fertilizer or like grass and shit like that.
And you could put it on and take a look at it. Yeah. Because of people like this and Bill Nye that, got us interested in science.
100% Beakman's World influenced me for a Christmas to ask for a science set.
For sure.
But that's your segment. Did you watch Beakman's World? Do you remember Beakman's World from the 90s? Let us know. All right, guys. Gotta ask another question. Last time I asked you, blades or quads? This time, this is pretty simple. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people are gonna answer this. There's only one way to do this.
There is only one way to do
this. There's only one way to do this. So I'm gonna ask it right now. So in the mornings, in the 90s, or even today, when you're prepping your cereal, how do you do it? Tony, how do you do it? Do you go cereal first and then milk, or milk first and cereal later?
To be honest, I can't believe this is even a question. This is madness. Like, this is not up for debate. It is always cereal first. I'm sorry.
Always.
Like,
always. I don't understand how anyone would do milk first and then pour the cereal on top.
I think they're sociopaths. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have to be fucking nuts, because you have to. All right, and we just talked about like a scientific thing, but the fucking cereal is the mass that takes up the bowl.
Yes.
And the milk fills in the rest of the bowl.
Yeah.
Why would you you're actually fucking cheating yourself if you did milk first.
I think so too.
Because if you pour the cereal afterwards, it's just going to sit at the top and try to like float.
Yeah.
So then you're going to be there left with a massive bowl of fucking milk. And I know people like milk and shit like that. This is crazy. I've seen so many people be like, oh, which one do you do? Who goes first? And the fact that some of the comments were like, yo, you have to go milk first. So that way you don't like make it soggy. No, never. You never go milk first.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Like, here's the thing. The only debate I could see it being, because I had this debate with my wife, is the amount of milk you put in. Because I could see people like, well, I don't like mine really that soggy, so I put a little milk in. I don't put a lot of milk in. I drench that shit. I'm sorry. I like mine soggy, let it moist.
Yeah. I put a good amount of milk in. First. And here's what happens. I'll put a good amount of milk in, put my cereal, eat it. And then if I have milk left over, I'm like, fuck it. Let me just do a tiny little re-pour of some more cereal just to kind of finish it off.
Yeah, exactly. Because then for some reason, when I drink my milk and cereal, I have to have some cereal in it.
But yeah, man. But yeah, let us know. I couldn't believe that there's people. I just want to know where everyone stands. And whatever you choose, we're judging. We're judging you hard. If you go fucking milk first, you're crazy. You're a psychopath. But with that being said, no judgment. Retro Room, everyone's equal here. Whatever you decide. Whatever. But let us know.
But there is a wrong answer.
There is a wrong answer. But are you doing cereal first or milk first? Let us know. Who remembers Nerf balls? Okay, these things are still around. It's a thing that we did in the 90s. Now, what the fuck is wrong with kids, especially ones in the 90s? Because most of the times, 50% of the times, you found one of these.
Yeah.
It had a fucking bite. Like, why were we biting these things? Like, I don't get it. So the most fucking realist thing I've ever seen is I saw like online that people were like, oh, chances are if you found a Nerf ball, it was bitten by somebody. Funny enough, I couldn't find any images of what I was looking for, but for the most part, this part will just be ripped off. Or like that one there, it would have just a bite in the middle. Why? What about this was just we had to bite it?
It was a sensation, I guess, a sensory thing. I don't know. I just the only just you take it and just like we're a bunch of dogs or something. And granted, I know a couple of my dogs destroyed a lot of my footballs.
Which that's what dogs do. They fucking they have toys that look like this. I got this at Goodwill for like fucking 30 cents or whatever. I'm like, oh, I need a Nerf ball for the house. But just when I grabbed it, I was like, the first thing I did, I grabbed it and I looked. I'm like, okay, there's no bite in it. Good, because I didn't want to fucking buy a fucking bitten Nerf ball for authenticity. But we've seen some that it looks like they just had like a fucking meal out of it. Like who is doing this? What is wrong with the kids?
I don't know, bro.
Biting these things. What was so?
This looks like it was a dog, but I bet you that there's some kids.
We hope it was a dog.
We hope it was a dog. But here's the thing: it wasn't just biting. It was you're holding it. This is what I remember. That you just like you're talking to someone, you just like start ripping it with your fingers. You just like it's like why are you just throwing it?
I remember, yes, if it had like a peel in it, you would just start like peeling it and just going at it. Like, granted, these weren't expensive, but like we were fucking these things up. And if I had to remember something, not only was the biting thing, but what was awesome about these things, you could launch the shit out of these things. We had a bunch of these, but I don't know if you noticed, I have one somewhere in here. I have a Patriots whistling little one. That we would launch the shit out of it. It was smaller, but it has like a little tail on it.
Vortex.
And we would launch the shit out of that thing. And you would hear it whistle.
Yep.
And bro, that thing was so fucking nasty. But again, I just want to know, when you were a kid, and I asked as a kid, because if you're doing this as an adult, like you need to get something checked out. But when you were a kid, did you take a bite out of crime? Did you take a bite out of a Nerf ball just because? Like, why? I need to know what was the appeal about biting these things. Let me know. This week we're doing movie spotlight, and we are covering one of our favorite movies of all time, and that is Bedazzled with Brendan Fraser and
Elizabeth Hurley.
Guys, before we get into the movie, I need you to bring up the Rotten Tomato score, because this is the most fucking criminal thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
50% score and 43 from the audience.
Yeah.
What the fuck was everyone smoking? This movie is an absolute laugh fest. You're cracking up from beginning to end.
Yes. It was one. I mean, granted, it was Harold Ramis, comedic genius. I don't get it. I don't get why people didn't accept to it or ran to it. I don't understand it.
I don't get it. But you and I, our group of friends, are constantly quoting this movie. Anytime we're watching this movie, we'll take a picture and send it to each other. I've seen it maybe 3 times in the last 4 months, just to have it in the background. And then I'll catch myself just like, okay, I'll watch it. And I'm so happy that Brendan Fraser is having such a comeback.
Yeah.
Because this guy is an absolute fucking gem of a person, actor. He is such a freaking dope guy.
Yeah.
And Hollywood did him dirty for a bit. But this movie right here, granted, this came out in the middle of his Mummy hype.
Yeah, in 2000.
So he did, I think, the first Mummy, did this movie in between, and then did the Mummy too. And this thing it's incredible. I'm telling you, if you have not seen this movie, you will laugh the entire time watching it. For sure. So the premise of this movie is he's kind of dorky, doesn't have real people skills. People are annoyed by him. Yeah. And he just basically, all his coworkers want nothing to do with him. And he kind of tags along and invites himself to go play basketball or have drinks with them. But he's kind of obsessed with a girl who works in the building with him called Allison.
Yeah.
And he finally works up the courage to go talk to her, and she doesn't remember him at all. And he says out loud, man, I would give anything to have her or something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
So with that being said, here comes the devil, Elizabeth Hurley, out of all people.
Yep.
And basically offers him 7 wishes, I believe.
Yeah. 7 wishes.
7 wishes. And with these wishes, she's going to do something in every scenario.
Yes.
That doesn't let him actually get what he wants out of it. So without further ado, we're going to jump into some of these scenarios, because I'm telling you guys, this movie is an absolute laugh fest from beginning to end. So his very first wish, he wishes to be rich and powerful and be married to Allison. So what happens? He wakes up. Can't even fucking see it. I can't. He wakes up, and for some reason, to me, he looked like Howie Mandel in this version, with the nose and the hair. He wakes up next to her.
Yeah,
starts dancing. Looks at himself, his long hair, his little mustache, his nose. Goes outside and sees this massive plant that he has. This, it's a mansion, and has a plant. He has people working. And he is just over the moon. He cannot believe this happening. Goes downstairs, sees the first guy, and the guy talks to him in Spanish. And he's just he's oh, would you like some breakfast? But he says it in Spanish. And then in Spanish, he's I don't speak Spanish. Wait a minute. I'm speaking Spanish.
I'm speaking. Oh my God.
¿Qué dices? No hablo español. Espera un momento. Estoy hablando español. Hola. Mucho gusto. No, tengo alergia a los crustáceos. Fucking die every time with this movie. Anyways, so in the dream, he's rich, he's powerful, he has Allison. What's the problem? He is going around and he's investigating. He's seen what the dream is, and he comes across and he's like, "What is this stuff? Is this flour? Is this powder?" And he licks it, and he's just like, "Cocaína? Cocaína?" And then in Spanish, he's like, "Oh, of course, I'm a Colombian drug lord."
Yeah.
And then he looks over at his woman who's getting English lessons from a guy Raul.
Raul.
And like, oh, look, there goes my wife getting English lessons. And then he sees her, like him putting his hand on her back. And he's like, oh, the lessons must be doing great. And then he rips his mustache off.
It's just
He just screams. And then he walks over. He's like, oh, how are the lessons with Raul going? Oh, Raul's teaching me so many things.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah.
And she goes, oh, that's great. 6 months of English lessons for those.
I was gonna say, she's like, oh, so what have you learned? He goes, I am traveling to United States. Like, it's like one phrase, and it took 6 months to learn it. Obviously, they're having an affair.
Raul.
And yeah, at the end of the scene, they're just like, he's there, and like there's a whole like big drug lord thing, and everyone's like shooting at each other. And then he's like, oh, you think you're gonna take my men, Raul? They're with me. And he's like, those are my men now. Esos son mis hombres ahora. No te creo, Raul.
Esa un puta. Like they all like. So
but man, and that is just the first scene, the first wish. And you think, oh, man, that was fucking hilarious. How could this get any fucking, like, how could anything be funnier than this? Every time he wishes for something, it's hilarious.
That's it.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. So in this scenario, he comes back and is like, oh, that didn't work out. She wasn't into me. So the devil kind of like tricks him and is like, oh, maybe a big, powerful, rich guy isn't what she needs. Maybe she wants a sensitive guy. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, all right. I want to be a sensitive, nurturing, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, all right, you got it. And he's like, wait. I want to be the most sensitive guy in the world. And he's like, oh, damn, you got me. So she makes it. I cannot tell you how this scene right here, because every time he looks, he's like, oh, look at that sunset. And he looks at it like 6 different times. And every time he looks at it, he just starts fucking crying. And then they give him red hair. He has like this red fuzzy hair.
Freckles.
They give him freckles and then like these little baby teeth.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He makes her like tuna. He starts singing a song with his guitar. He
Drawing
sketches her.
Yeah.
Like he's every those girls who read novels like dream like a sensitive man that will understand me. But then in this version of this wish, she's like, I just want a guy that will like, fucking ignore me and like will like mistreat me every once in a while, stuff like that. And he's just like, what the hell? Like, what? And then some people come, his coworkers are like a different version of everybody else.
I think that's what I liked about the whole thing is every version, his coworkers are like playing different.
Right. People. So his coworkers come along, like kick sand at him. That way he gets a mouthful of sand.
Exactly.
And she ends up going off with one of the coworkers. He's like, yeah, I have a van. You could like come with me. We'll get some beers.
Yeah.
And he's like, Allison, I get it. You want to hang out with our new special friends, but why don't you want to stay here? He's like, oh my God, you're just too damn sensitive.
Yep.
So she leaves with them. And then he's like, oh my God, this didn't work. He pulls out his little pager and he's like, with his pinky, Daddy. And then he looks back at the sunset and he's like, oh my God. Oh, dude. How does this movie have such a low rating?
I don't understand it. A basketball scene where he's the basketball player and he's like sweating profusely. He's like, you want to give 110%? I think we played good, and I think we played pretty good tonight.
You gotta play good. We played pretty good, and you gotta give 110%. The funniest part about this wish was he wished to be a basketball player to do something that he loved, and like the guy interviewing him against one of his coworkers in this version, and he's like a typical like ESPN guy. It's like, not to say anything, but this performance was definitely contrary, and he's like going off, and then he like just looks dumbfounded. He's like,
he doesn't know
you just gotta go and give 110%. And the twist on this dream was the twist on this wish was best basketball player alive.
Yeah,
killing the game. When he dunks the thing, he's that's Elliot spitting glass at your ass.
Yeah.
And then he's in the locker room. He has the towel. He's like super tall. Like they obviously did some computer effects. He's super tall and she's little. and then she's like super into him, like obviously like just wants to like take him down.
Yeah.
And then he like removes his towel and
It's
itty bitty.
Itty
They don't
bitty.
show it. But
Yeah.
itty bitty. And he's like, what the hell? Damn the devil. Damn the devil to hell. Bro. Then she's like, oh, I gotta go. There's just this really big report I have to do on the NFL. He's like, what? He goes, yeah, no, just it's a little bitty. What's a itty bitty? No. Bro.
Hilarious.
I died.
And
Like,
all the other scenarios, I mean, my God, they're all top notch. Like
yeah.
he becomes president. I don't want to give anything away for anybody that hasn't seen it, but I advise you just go see it.
No, the he asked to be, he's like, oh, you want to be somebody important to change, change things and have an impact. All right, we'll make you the president. He's thinking he's gonna become the current president
A modern day. Yes.
Who does she make him? Abraham Lincoln. The day he gets shot, he walks into the theater, like literally the scene. He walks into the theater, and it's just like, oh, this is a brand new play. He goes, no, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one. Like, no, there's no way. This is the first time it's ever gonna be played. He's like, well, I'm pretty sure I know how it ends.
Exactly. And you want to talk about range while playing all these different characters? I gotta give it to my man Brandon, because the range that he did is impeccable. That's all about that, because
he killed this movie. He bro, I'm telling you, Stitches. I rented this. I saw it for the first time with our boy Chris. So, well, the friend we mention on here all the time, and we were cracking up, bro. Every 10 seconds, just everything was hilarious. The next wish that followed, he wanted to be smart, sophisticated, well endowed. So he got all those things. He got the girl. He was super charming. Takes her back to his house or his apartment in New York. They go. He walks into his house, and what's there waiting for him? His gay lover on the bed. Where have you been, Mary?
Also,
you've been drinking again, haven't you?
Also, what are the workers?
Again, another coworker, and he's like, "No, I'm not gay." He goes, "Yeah, and I'm Tony Danza."
And let me tell you something. I gotta throw a little tidbit in here. You know who that is, right? Artie from Pete and Pete.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't put that together. I mean, Artie was always making that fucking face. Yeah. But I don't know what Artie's face looks like when he's not making that face.
But that's
I'm the strongest man alive
in the world. But that's Artie.
But my guy, that scene when he's like, I'm not gay. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, who played blah, blah, blah in this play? Yeah. He's like, well, he's like, oh shit, I am gay. He goes, hold on, let me kiss you. Kisses her. He's like, yep, yeah, I'm gay.
I ain't gay. Have a day. And he's like, oh.
But my guy, I
what a
just
sleeper. What a sleeper.
I cannot believe, one, the rating, and two, I'll reference or talk about this movie, and a very small class of people will remember and talk about how great this movie is. But that's why I don't believe in the Rotten Tomatoes. I don't listen or look at Rotten Tomatoes because they're absolutely full of shit. Like, this has a 50%. Yo, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
This movie's a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of it was just ahead of its time. And not to mention, it was a remake from an original one.
Yeah.
So, but like our man, Harold Ramis directed this.
Yep.
I mean, the guy's a comedy genius. And it was a great, hysterical movie. It really was. And so quotable. We
quote it all the time, especially that fucking sunset thing.
Yeah.
When's that thing going away?
I'm telling you, it was a sleeper, but I think it's getting like a cult following now. Now with it, Brendan Fraser's, uprising again. Go watch it and go look at his range. That's all I can say.
If you have not seen this movie, I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed. It is a top-notch comedy movie. You will not expect it to make you laugh the way it does. That's your movie spotlight, Bedazzled. Go check this one out if you haven't. And if you have seen this movie, go watch it again. You probably forgot how freaking hysterical this movie is. That's your movie spotlight. This is the memes of the week. These are memes sent to us by friends, family members, and now we're actually friends with a lot of these pages that make these memes. So shout out to them. we'll shout them out as the memes come up. But yeah, man, let's get this thing started. Hit me with the memes. This meme comes from 90s kids throwbacks. And this one is rough, bro, because it says here, you could only bring back one. Bro, and who's on here? John Candy, Robin Williams, Chris Farley, and Brandon Lee. Tony, I'm gonna let you go first, bro.
God, this was tough. If I had to bring someone back, it'd probably be John Candy, only because he was near and dear to my heart, and I used to watch him with my grandmother, and I got introduced to him through my grandmother. So he was very special to me, and what a comedy genius that guy was. Like he was incredible. Uncle Buck has to be one of my favorite John Candy movies, and if I could bring him back, I would, especially seeing him in that one. And what's the other one? What's the baseball movie that he's in? Rodenbugger. What's his name?
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. He's in Rookie of the Year. Again, he's just so beautiful, and what a beautiful soul it was. And to see him go too soon was incredible. And I just saw his documentary that they just came out with, and oh my God.
I Like Me, right?
Yeah, I Like Me. Again, another classic movie called Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. He was so good in it. But yeah, I'd probably bring him back because he was special to me and my grandmother.
Yeah.
You?
I have a similar reason for my person. Again, all four of these people are legendary, and the most impactful one to me when they passed was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say I would bring him back, I have a similar thing. I grew up watching him with my mom and my godmother.
Yeah.
Like we were watching Robin Williams movies all the time. So I have a connection with Robin Williams. When he passed away, I called my godmother. Like the second I found out, I called my godmother. And I was just like, I cannot believe this. Like we were like, I think she was crying, and I was just like, I can't believe it. Like I felt like a family member.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time a celebrity passed away, and I was impacted as if I knew them. The only other time I felt that was when Chester from Linkin Park passed away.
Yeah.
But that one hit me hard, and I would bring back again. Chris Farley passed away, and he was comedic genius. And I know he was going through some stuff with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it sucked because like that was like what 1997 I think, or 1996.
Yeah.
And, like he was like in the peak of his career. He was about to literally do Shrek. Like he was Shrek before Mike Myers was. He was in the middle of recording the Shrek sessions. And Brandon Lee, I mean, we lost him in a horrible way. Getting shot in the freaking filming of The Crow.
Yeah.
Like,
just
bro,
a freak accident.
But I mean, I have to go Robin Williams because of my connection to him, and his movies just brought me so much like joy. And again, when you hear his story and hear his stuff, like his battle with depression and stuff like that, it's just mind blowing that somebody that his core values was making people laugh. He wanted everyone to be happy, make everybody laugh, was self-sacrificing, was always trying to help out his friends and anyone around him. And bro, that guy was struggling internally. One of the craziest movies that isn't a comedy that he is really good in. I don't know if you've seen it. What Dreams May Come, bro. That movie was crazy good. Like the storytelling in it, the acting in it is crazy. He has other roles that he's like done that aren't like comedies that he's killed it in. But again, all four of these guys absolutely deserve to come back. They were great, and most of them died in their peak. But I'm going Robin Williams.
Yeah, I'm going John Candy.
Let us know. It's a hard decision, but who would you bring back from these four?
Us in the 90s. I'm going to tell you the meme. It says, us, be safe. Don't text and drive. Also us. Massive CD notebook binder trying to change the CD in the radio as we're driving.
Yeah. Not just the CD fucking folder with the pages. You also have the visor down.
Everything.
CD as well. This meme comes again from our buddy Tyler over at 90s Kid Throwbacks. Like this one, it's so true. I could not tell you, mind you, at first we were like, when we purchased our CDs and we would put them in here, I remember going through this and like looking through my Busta Rhymes, Tupac, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit.
Burn
I'm going
CDs.
but then later on, we started burning CDs, and oh man, we didn't have enough space for the CDs.
We had 2 big ass binders like next to us, and just like flipping over them. Like, and you hear this noise. They go.
Mhm.
And
The crazy thing is, I'll never forget my buddy Raul Piloto down in Miami. I got in his car. We went to lunch one day, and he's like, "Oh, you want to listen to music?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Hook up your thing." He's like, "Nah, bro. He reached. This is like 2016. He had a Ford Expedition. He reaches under his fucking seat, pulls out this thing. I go, no way, you didn't just fucking pull that out, dude. Let me see." And I get it, bro. This guy had just pages filled with old rock, like Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Soundgarden. Then you keep going and you get to like the hip hop and freestyle. Stevie B, bro. This guy, I was like, Raul, you have a fucking encyclopedia of amazing music. It's like, yeah, bro, I keep it old school, man. I don't do that streaming thing. Plus, I haven't changed the radio. But yeah, man, dude, this thing was, we weren't texting and driving, but we were definitely holding onto that steering wheel and one hand just flipping through. Like you would put it on the passenger seat and just flip through the damn booklet.
Yep.
Yeah. Let us know in the 90s or early 2000s, were you risking it all for the right CD? All right, this next one absolutely hits for all 80s and 90s kids. This one comes to us from that 80s dude, and it says the official field trip Yeti in the 80s and 90s. Bro, everyone was fucking wrapping them cans in tinfoil
to keep them cold.
That was that. The science behind this is solid. Because they were still cold. They were still cold, weren't they?
Yeah, it was still cold. I mean, for the most part, you can still drink it. It didn't like heat up in the bus or anything like that. So yeah, for the most part, it did keep it like cold and stuff like that in your brown lunch bag.
Do you remember those field trips where they're handing you your, like, you might have brought like your little lunch pack if they didn't give you the brown bags, but then you grab your freaking drink and everyone's just cans all wrapped up in this foil. Fucking pull it back, and it's just so crazy to me how like this locks in with everyone. We all remember it like crazy.
Yep, for sure. And I remember
all of us
didn't have ice packs back then either. So like, I mean, I'm sure there were, but like we just didn't think to put them in our lunch bags.
Yeah.
So,
but every kid at some point in the 80s and 90s went on a field trip. Or not even a field trip. Maybe you were out in an outing and stuff like that. And your grandma or your mom was, let me give me the can. And they're just wrapping that thing solid in tin foil. Just so it wouldn't freaking, or is it tin foil or aluminum foil?
Same thing. Tin foil, aluminum foil.
Okay.
Just
wrapping in that foil and just being like, all right, this should be cold for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was definitely our Yeti back in the day. Let us know if you were wrapping your cans or if your parents or wrapping your cans in this foil to keep that cool air, that coolness inside. All right. This one comes to us from 90s Nostalgia Girl 86. And it says, when you realize every kid in the first Toy Story movie is Andy, but is wearing different clothes. Bro, when I saw it, I didn't notice this. Granted, I'm sure they had some crazy limitations making this movie, making it's being a full feature that was made in this kind of animation. But dude, going back, I think I saw something that they said this like years ago, and I went back and watched it. I was like, holy shit, every kid is Andy. They might have a different shirt, or I think that the hair might be a different color too. The only other kid in this movie that's not Andy, and he kind of looks like Andy, is Sid.
Yeah.
Sid still kind of looks like Andy.
They probably did Sid more animated than these kids, and I think that's just a budget thing. You're just like, look, we gotta save some money. Let's just copy and paste Andy and put him in different clothes.
100%. But yeah, I didn't know this until like a few years back, and when I saw somebody talk about it, I think I saw it like on a post on Facebook or something like that. I went back and I had the DVD. I popped in. I was like, holy shit, every kid is fucking Andy. That is crazy. Now it goes to show you, and just real quick, the new one is coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen like clips or stuff like that.
Yeah.
The color in the movie looks so gray.
Yeah.
So dull versus you watch the first two and the first two just pop out at you color wise. But yeah, man, it's just, I mean, it's part of this era of making movies and animated movies. They just dull everything down, that grayscale. Just
everything grew up.
Yeah.
So everybody became middle-aged is what that's my theory. Even McDonald's became middle-aged.
So, but yeah, quick little tidbit there. This one was pretty cool when I saw it, and I thought maybe let's see if anybody else has noticed. But yeah, every kid in Toy Story is Andy. And the last meme, ladies and gentlemen, this is another battle one. This is the one that you gotta choose. All right, so this meme is basically 4 different scenarios, and it says, which way will you spend your night? What are they?
All right, so in the first box we got Xbox, Halo, Doritos, and looks like Code Red Mountain Dew. The second box, which obviously we know where this is going.
Shut up.
N64, GoldenEye, 3D Doritos, and Surge. The third box is Nintendo DS, Mario World, Capri Sun, and Mario Kart, I believe.
Yeah.
And the last box is PS2, Guitar Hero, Taco Bell, and it looks like to be Mountain Dew.
Okay.
So we know where you're going with. So we know where I'm
Everyone
going with.
who follows and listens to the show knows where I'm going. But go ahead, Tony. Give us yours.
I'm going with PS2. Now, I didn't play much Guitar Hero, and I didn't play Guitar Hero probably until PS3, around that era. But I definitely did PS2, Mountain Dew, and Taco Bell. Those 3 things for sure. That would be my rockin' Saturday night. I'd probably replace Guitar Hero with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
So, got it. But I'm gonna say right now, yes, my choice is obvious. I'm going N64, GoldenEye, Doritos, 3D Doritos, and Surge. That is 100%. Everything that represents me in nostalgia and gaming is in there. The Surge alone, we've talked about Surge here a bunch of times. GoldenEye is my fucking game. And N64 is my console. I will say this though. It edges it out by a little bit because Halo on Xbox with the Mountain Dew is right there, dude.
Code Red.
It's right. Code Red I was obsessed with Code Red for a while. And Xbox and Halo, that again, it goes back to the LAN parties. Funny enough, both of the games, both of the systems I would choose. The N64 with GoldenEye is to multiplayer more than anything. The Halo is to LAN party, not to play the campaign. Love the campaign, but is to LAN and play fucking with all my boys. If not on one set with the 4 screen, again, it's multiplayer. But yes, my number one, my go-to here is N64, GoldenEye, Doritos, and Surge. But very, very close is that Xbox.
Let me ask you something. Those, I wasn't a big fan of the 3D Doritos. I didn't
love
like
them. Fucking loved them. Oh my God.
Like
I would go and buy multiples. I don't know what it was. I love Doritos, but that I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you why. I just thought these were awesome.
Like I was chewing like crappy air every time I bit into it. I was
You're
just like,
scumbag. Shut up.
That's what I'm sorry. That's like, it's just regular Doritos, fire. But 3D Doritos, I don't know. You know, I just, I'd rather have, Crystal Pepsi.
Well, I mean, that's a drink. I'm talking about food here, bro. I mean,
food, okay,
you have a solid one in your decision.
Yeah.
Taco Bell all freaking day. Taco Bell is definitely involved in a lot of gaming nights in my life.
Yeah. You can replace all those with the Taco Bell for sure.
Yeah. Taco Bell is definitely the peak food here in all of them.
For sure.
If I can make one of these, if I had to mix and match, I'm doing the N64 with GoldenEye, Surge, and Taco Bell. I'm just swapping out the Doritos with the Taco Bell.
Easily.
But yeah, those are your choices. Tony's going PS2 with Guitar Hero. I'm going N64 with GoldenEye and Surge. What are you going with? Let us know. And that's the show, guys. What a freaking blast from the past that was. Yo, who remembered Beakman's World? Beakman's World? I haven't thought about Beakman's World in forever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy that like the impact. And when we saw that the intro, that shit took me back immediately. I just like, oh shit. I remember I watched, the first time I ever saw that was in an apartment that we lived in with my mom and my dad. And it was on a Saturday morning, CBS. I was like, holy shit. I think it was like right after Sonic the Hedgehog animated series or whatever. But that one took me back. Bedazzled. I mean, I can't talk enough about Bedazzled. I could talk about Bedazzled for hours. We quote it between you and I. We quote this thing
easily
all the freaking time.
Easily.
And we had some quick little slide-ins there. We had the why the hell do people bite freaking Nerf balls?
Yeah.
And then the question that there is only one answer to, which is what goes first?
Yeah.
Milk or cereal? And I think your answer says a lot about you. But
a little bit.
And we ended with memes of the week.
From
ladies and gentlemen,
milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure, an absolute blast hanging out with you guys. We hope you had a good time. We hope you had a great trip down memory lane. Real quick, just want to let you guys know, if you are listening to us on any of the podcast sites, go ahead, give us a follow, a like, a subscribe, comment, give us a review. It helps us out. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, all those things apply as well. Help us grow the channel, grow the social medias. I am Rolly's Retro Room on Instagram and TikTok and the YouTube. He is Tony in Retro on Instagram. And we do have the email where you could reach out to us and tell us whatever you want. Give us feedback, send us pictures, however you want to interact with us. If you want a shout out, send it to us there. It's Rolly's Retro Room Pod at Gmail. But yeah, man, that's going to do it. This has been an awesome, awesome trip, as they always are. Yeah, that'll do it, guys. Y'all be safe. Be good out there. Keep it retro.
Yeah, man. Later.